So I'm here because ZeroPark is the most profitable part of Codewise. Codewise, as you know, is a company that's been making quite a lot of press recently. So I'm here to tell you the secrets of our success. I hope it will be interesting. I don't know if it's much of a secret, but we'll see. What is already very interesting, that a lot of what I'll tell you in the next few minutes is similar to what you've just heard in the previous presentation. So a lot of things that actually go, it seems, I've never been on a startup pitch competition, but it seems that a lot of things that go into winning a startup pitch also translate into running a successful business. Another reason why, I'm happy to present our success to you guys here is because I have quite a unique perspective. Before joining Codewise, before joining ZeroPark, I had the, well, should I say, I guess you could say I was fortunate enough to work in a company out of Czech Republic called Elephant Traffic, which had a very, very similar business model to what ZeroPark has right now, or at least what ZeroPark had at the very beginning. But that previous company failed completely. It was a total disaster. The fact that we managed to make it run for 4 years is nothing short of a miracle. So the experiences that we brought to ZeroPark, to Codewise, were very, very much based on the failures of the previous company. Now, when we talk about success of Codewise, I'll bring up a few numbers so we can put this in a little bit of a perspective. Just recently, Codewise was named the second fastest growing company in Europe by Financial Times. We also won a few awards by Deloitte, including the Big Five Central European tech companies. Big Five is reserved for companies that have been on the market for at least 3 years, I believe, and have achieved at least 20 or 25 million euros in revenue, so the big boys. So, what is the secret to the success? And now here's the first part, here's the first sort of surprise, or maybe the first secret, that there really is no secret. What we have achieved is very much a combination of luck, hard work, and making big gambles that paid off, but might have very well not have. I mean, it's gambling, right? And starting a company is very much like gambling. You might have the ability to control some of the odds, unlike, let's say, in a casino on a roulette wheel. But still, there's so many unknowns, so many factors that come into play. It's very much a gamble. So how do we get there exactly? I mean, what is it that we can actually pass on to you guys, to people who are starting out, who are just about to take their companies to the market, that we could, what could we, how should I put this? What could we recommend? There you go. Thank you so much. What could we recommend? So there are 5 things that we did and that you could do as well. Now, first of all, we entered a market that was very familiar to us, right? We did not we did not try to invent something completely new. We had experience. We went into something which we had a lot of experience of already. We hired the best people, and not just the best people available. It's not like we had, 5 CVs, and out of those 5 CVs, we picked the best one. We set ourselves a benchmark for the type of people that we want to hire, and only hired once we found a person that met those benchmarks. At the very beginning, we were still not well known, where, joining our company was also a bit of a gamble, because you never know if we would actually succeed or not. There were periods of time where we didn't hire somebody for 6 months. just because the people who applied did not meet the criteria that we set for ourselves. We focused on delivering the best possible product. I'll go into that in a little bit later. We took a tech-centric approach, meaning that we always wanted the technology to help us grow the business, rather than be something on the side or even a hindrance, which is very much the case in the previous company that I was working with. And we marketed our company with success stories. And again, I'll tell you in just a little bit what I mean by that. So first of all, entering a familiar market. Right, to be successful, to get a successful startup off the ground, you really do not need to reinvent the wheel. You really don't need to invent something new and brilliant that nobody has thought of. All you really need to do is take something that already exists, that you know that people are using every single day, that people need, and make it that little bit better. So when we launched Zero Park, we already had 4 years of experience in the industry, based on the work in the previous company. We knew what the market wanted. We knew what the market was missing. We knew where the inefficiencies existed in the market, and that's the key. Because what you want to do is you want to exploit the inefficiency that exists and just make something that's a little bit better. And most importantly, we knew how to make money off of that. So just to give you one example that was almost crucial to us at the very beginning of the company when it formed. We had a pre-existing relationship with one client, with a serious company out of Canada. They knew us from before. We've worked already in the past. We were on quite friendly terms. When we launched Zero Park, we basically said to them, hey guys, this is a new platform. We're going to offer what you guys are already buying, but we're going to do it in a better way. What we're going to do is we're going to give you preferential access to the platform. You're going to be the only ones using it for an indefinite period of time. You'll have no competition, but you need to give us feedback on what's working, what's not working. And this company has helped us basically launch the whole business. They've been the only client for about, I would say 6 or 7 months, if my memory serves me well. And based on what they've contributed to, based on the feedback we received from them, based on the behavior that we saw from them, we're able to produce the features that were necessary to launch, to take the product to market. The second thing, the people, as I mentioned. Now, when you're in a very, very early stage of your company development, where you have as little more than an idea and maybe some sort of basic business plan, or maybe even a small product, something very basic, right? Your biggest asset then, really, and often only asset, is the people that you employ. Because what you want to go to market with is little more than an idea. That idea is most definitely going to be imperfect. It's most definitely going to be tested harshly against market conditions. And you need to have people on your side that will help you take that, that basic thing that you have and make it better and grow from it. So you need people that will challenge you, challenge what you have, people who will think critically. You need people who contribute to the product that you have and make it better every single step of the way. So this is a huge contrast that I'd like to draw between the way we approach things at Codewise at Zero Park and the way we approach things in the previous company at Elephant. There, we hired people because, well, mainly because they were cheap. We needed someone, okay, this guy doesn't want much money, fine, come in. Then we ended up promoting people just because one of those people that we just hired off the key because they were cheap, they just quit. So, okay, now you have a senior position. Now you're a manager, or now you're director, whatever. And as a result of all this, over 4 years in the whole company, there were about 150 people with a maximum headcount of 70. Huge turnover, no consistency, no stability. One prime example that I remember, this one girl came in on Monday, left for lunch on Wednesday and never came back. If something like that is happening in your startup, it means you're doing something wrong. So, you know, if that ever happened, take that as an alarm bell. Third thing, focus on delivering the best possible product. Obviously, in a startup scenario, money is going to be short, time is going to be short, resources are going to be short. You're going to have to make very, very difficult decisions on how to best utilize these resources. The best thing you can possibly do with them is focus on building the product. At Zero Park, initially, we delayed the launch of the actual platform by several months. I think it was delayed multiple times, until we thought it was absolutely ready to hit the market, until we knew that what we have available will be accepted, will be presentable, and will make a good first impression. As a result, we delivered a product that was attractive to clients, easy to use, and very scalable. Initially, we had a 25% customer retention rate. So out of every 4 people who signed up for our platform, 1 became a long-term customer, which is actually really, really good. It really makes it easy to scale the business exponentially. As a contrast, in the previous company, at Elephant, when we launched the product, when we launched the platform, it was so bad, so completely unprepared, that nobody in their right mind could have possibly wanted to use it. It was poorly designed. It probably should have been redesigned the moment it was launched, which never happened in the 4 years that we were there. But we try to market it as something great. There was money from investors. We spent $250,000 on promoting something which was an utter piece of crap. By the time we got our first customer, or sorry, scratch that. By the time we got the platform to the point where it was usable, all the hype that we generated from the marketing was actually that we did was actually very good. That's like one thing I could say from that experience. The marketing, the hype we generated around the company was very good. But by the time we're really ready to go to market, all that hype was gone. Everybody has forgotten about us. $250,000 wasted. Fourth, tech-centric approach. Now, we've mentioned luck, we've mentioned unpredictable things, right? In business, there's so many variables, especially at the beginning, things that can go wrong. Let's not, if you possibly can control some of them, control them. So if you can control your tech, if you can get your tech right, so that it supports your business, it helps your business, and it's not a hindrance, then by all means do that. And that's something that we have always believed in from the very beginning. That was sort of like the founding mantra of the company, that we can use technology to be our unique selling point. And that has really helped us grow exponentially and make leaps and bounds into the market. It allowed us to make quick changes based on customer feedback. It allowed us to really react quickly to changing market conditions. And when everything fell into place, when opportunity arose for us to make really, really big growth in terms of revenue, in terms of what we sell and how much we sell it, we were ready to take it, and we're not left, with a feeling that we've wasted that moment. Again, I'll make a short contrast. At the previous company at Elephant, the system was scrapped together by 2 developers with absolutely no guidance. The system was completely not scalable. All the work had to be done manually. As a result, crashed and burned. Last thing, marketing, right? You have a product, it's good, you spend all your money on it. You really wanted to show it to people, you want to reach your target audience. Now, what we found the best way to do this is to market based on customer success. When we initially launched the product, what we wanted to achieve, what we wanted to happen is that initial customers who join us will be successful with what we're offering. Will like the product and will share it with their colleagues. All right? Rather than spending all that money, as our previous company did, on trying to prove to the market that what we have is fantastic, we actually made it good, and we use very, very little funds and resources to prove to others that it is good. So let me give you an example of what we did. We found an initial customer base, which we already were familiar with. We knew how to find them, how to reach them cheaply, actually for free, through blogs and forums. And we gave them a free trial. Say, here's $25, sign up, run some campaigns. That came later. But thank you for the input. As a result, all our initial growth, I would say through the first sort of year and a half, was completely organic. Clients recommending clients, users making case studies, people sharing their success with our platform, with others. And that, I believe, is all the secrets I can share with you today. If you have any questions, I think we still have a few minutes.
Yeah, we do. Thank you very much.